scholars in recent times favor Batatrat, about 15 kilometers 9.5 mi of Beersheba. A comparison of Joshua 15. O textoi acute miritra longo, madness 291 madmena mad middle dot mina from a root meaning manure. A site in the path of the Assyrian advance toward Jerusalem. Issa 10. 24, 31, 32 Today Madmena's exact location is unknown, but some tentatively identify it with Shufat, about 4 kilometers 2.5 mi NW of the Temple Mount in Jerusalem. Madness. Mental derangement, either insanity or a condition of extreme rage or great folly. Various Hebrew and Greek words are employed in the scriptures to denote such disorders of the mind, whether lasting or temporary. Some of these words seem to be associated with or derived from the weird and sometimes violent or sorrowful cries of persons afflicted with madness. Madness befell boastful Babylonian king Nebuchadnezzar. In fulfillment of a prophetic dream explained by Daniel, this monarch was stricken with madness at a time of boasting. For 7 years he was insane, and vegetation he began to act just like bulls. Darfur. 33 His reason gone, Nebuchadnezzar may have imagined that he was a beast, perhaps a bull. Regarding his mental derangement, a French medical dictionary states: lycanthropy. From lycos, lupus, wolf. And throw middle dot pos, homo, man. This name was given to the sickness of people who believe themselves to be changed into an animal, and who imitate the voice or cries, the shapes or manners of that animal. These individuals usually imagine themselves transformed into a wolf, a dog or a cat. Sometimes also into a bull, as in the case of Nebuchadnezzar. Dictionnaire des Sciences Médicales, par une Société de Médecins et de Chirurgiens, Paris, 1818, Volume 29, p. 246 At the end of the 7 years, Jehovah restored Nebuchadnezzar's understanding to him. Darfur. 34-37. Madness and demon possession. While not all persons afflicted with madness or insanity are possessed by the demons, logically persons possessed by the demons may be expected to manifest an unbalanced mental state. In the country of the Gerasenes, Jesus encountered a madman who was demon-possessed. His haunt was among the tombs, and though he had often been bound with fetters and chains, the chains were snapped apart by him and the fetters were actually smashed. And nobody had the strength to subdue him. Further, continually, night and day, he was crying out in the tombs and in the mountains and slashing himself with stones. After Jesus cast out the demons, the man had a sound mind. Mr. 5. 1-17. Lu 8. 26-39 However, Christians are kept safe from demon invasion that produces madness if they put on and keep on the complete suit of armor from God. F6. 10-17. Feigned madness. On one occasion, while he was outlawed by King Saul, David sought refuge with Achish the king of Gath. Upon discovering who he was, the Philistines suggested to Achish that David was a security risk, and David became afraid. Consequently, he disguised his sanity by acting insane. He kept making cross marks on the doors of the gate and let his saliva run down upon his beard. Thinking David was crazy, Achish let him go with his life, as a harmless idiot. David was later inspired to write Psalm 34, in which he thanked Jehovah for blessing this strategy and delivering him. 1 Sir 21. 10. 22. 1. Madness of opposition to Jehovah. The prophet Balaam foolishly wanted to prophesy against Israel in order to receive money from King Balak of the Moabites, but Jehovah overruled and prevented his efforts. The Apostle Peter wrote about Balaam that a voiceless beast of burden, making utterance with the voice of a man, hindered the prophet's mad course. For Balaam's madness the Apostle used the Greek word par-refro-enia, which is the thought of being beside one's mind. 2 Pe 2. 15, 16. New 22. 26-31. Regarding the false prophets of Israel, the prophet Hosea wrote, "The prophet will be foolish, the man of inspired expression will be maddened on account of the abundance of your error, even animosity being abundant." Ho 9. 7 Jehovah o texto e acute miritra longo. Madden 292 In prophecy Babylonian king Nebuchadnezzar was likened to the cup of the wine of Jehovah's rage. This the nations would have to drink, and it would cause them to shake back and forth and act like crazed men, because of the sword that I Jehovah am sending among them. Jah 25. 15, 16 Later, in Babylon herself madness would be brought about, her idolaters having horrifying visions, and because of their frightful visions they would keep acting crazy. Jah 50. 35-38 She, too, would have to drink the cup of Jehovah's rage. Jah 51. 6-8. Extreme rage. Madness, as used biblically, can also denote extreme rage. On a Sabbath day Jesus cured a man with a withered right hand. The observing scribes and Pharisees thereupon became filled with madness, and they began to talk over with one another what they might do to Jesus. Luke 6. 6-11 To describe their state of mind, Luke used the Greek word enoimiddle.a, meaning, literally, mindlessness. The English word paranoia is related to this term. Paul evidently had in mind extreme rage or fury when he admitted